I started this content agency and I'm just working like a freak, taking sales calls, not closing, taking sales calls, not closing, and just feeling really sorry for myself. And then eventually I just had like a breakthrough and I went from like 0 to like 17K in like 40 days. Then I was like, oh my God, it's working. I can't believe this. And then I continued to like scale up my content agency. And then the way that I was signing clients was far more impressive than my actual fulfillment. And I just kept getting messages on LinkedIn of people being like, you've made the best outreach I've ever seen. Can you do this for me? And then eventually I was like, actually, I do that. That's what I should do. So now I'm pivoting full time into doing my outreach for others and closing my content agency.
Yeah, you signed me on it. I mean, you signed a bunch of like pretty big whales in the space on it. You did some crazy stuff. It's not mass garbage cold DMs. Okay, this is a polar opposite of what it is. All right, so here with Dan Jame. I don't know if I should have some sort of like crazy introductory hook or something like that. So just insert that here, like some editor, add some crazy fight scene montage of like something going on here. But anyways, I got Dan Jame here. He's an absolute beast. Today we're going to be talking about outreach to actual good freaking outreach, not the shit that a lot of you guys send me in the DMs. And I know Dan gets this garbage as well. So we're going to talk about bad outreach, good outreach, how to sign clients, and pretty much just, I mean, we're both scaling businesses, so we'll drop some sauce there, but appreciate it, sir.
Dude, thanks so much for coming on. Happy to make this happen. I know that our schedules were...
Yeah.
We've been trying to get this for like a couple of months.
Yeah, I think month and a half, so long time coming. So we got to get you out of Bali. I got to get over to Europe, so we just got to meet sometime in the middle there.
Yeah, I need to leave this.
But let's start it with this. So what's the first, all right, any entrepreneur that wants to go to Indonesia and run the Bali dream, what do you have for him? You just told me something before.
Don't. Wait, do you want me to tell you what I was telling them off screen?
Yeah, you gotta let it fly. You can add the caveat before.
Okay. Well, if you're like an entrepreneur and you want to do the whole Bali thing, I did it because I left my corporate job and I wanted to extend my runway. So it's cheap and I locked myself in an apartment till I made money. But outside of that, I honestly don't particularly recommend it. And last week I was eating. Oh, your quality is gone. Your quality has dropped all down. No, we're back. But last week or this week I should say, I was eating my food. I looked down and there's a giant transparent slug in my lettuce. So,
I like how it's transparent too.
Yeah, I could see all its organs. I could see all its organs wriggling around, and I was like, I make too much money to be in this place, so I can't wait to fucking leave. Honestly, yeah. Don't come here.
Don't hit Indonesia. So give the background. So scaling the business now, where did it start? Give kind of the hero's journey, if you will.
Yeah. So okay. So I used to work for this big corporation called Deloitte. I can speak.
Oh, I had no idea about that. All right. Oh.
Yeah. So I used to work for them. I used to be a software engineer for this good old company called Deloitte. And I always wanted to start and scale my own business. And when I was at Deloitte, I would open my laptop, say hey to everyone in the morning stand up, and then close it and then just work on my agency. And I did this for like 5 months. And they were like, you're kind of shit. And I was like, yeah, I'm not very good. And then after 2 years, they fired me, which is fair. I have no qualms about it. I would have fired me too, especially as a business owner. I would have fired me a year earlier personally. And then I was like, okay, I've got all this money saved. Let me just start my agency. So I started this content agency, joined Client Ascension, started a content agency off of the recommendation of both our good friend Daniel Fazio. And I'm just working like a freak, like taking sales calls, not closing, taking sales calls, not closing, being in the shower and being like, I'm never going to scale this. This is never going to work. And just feeling really sorry for myself. And then eventually I just had like a breakthrough and I went from like 0 to like 17K in like 40 days. And then I was like, oh my God, it's working. I can't believe this. And then I continued to like scale up my content agency. But I was always scared of a couple of things. Number one, AI. Like AI is about to ravage that entire market. It just is. Like the second that AI can record content for business owners, no one's paying a content agency. Number one.
Especially
Number
editing.
two,
Like,
yeah,
I
exactly.
love all of our
Editing.
editors, but I mean, damn, we paid 30K in editors last month, and I mean,
No way.
yeah, I mean, ads and stuff like that. But it's like, I mean, I'm seeing some people make some stuff with like whole Claude code and everything with editing. Like, oh, I don't know, but yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, I think like editing, for example, is one of like our former biggest costs. And the other thing is like, to be honest, there's just people that are just better than me. Like there's one guy, I'll even say his name. There's one guy called Samu Kovacs. The results he gets, it made me think, oh, I need to leave this market because we're just not like, he's just so much better than me. And then the most important factor was that the way that I was signing clients was far more impressive than my actual fulfillment. And I just kept getting messages on LinkedIn of people being like, you've made the best outreach I've ever seen. Can you do this for me? And then at first I was like, no, I don't do that. And then eventually I was like, actually, I do that. That's what I should do. So now I'm pivoting full time into doing my outreach for others and closing my content agency. So yeah, it's been a wicked journey so far.
yeah. So all right, you signed me on it. I mean, you signed a bunch of like pretty big whales in the space on it. You did some crazy stuff. So just give an overview, because this is not for those of you out there like, oh, I'm gonna do an outreach agency or cold outreach agency. It's not mass garbage cold DMs. Okay, this is a polar opposite of what it is. Some of you guys, if you're watching on my channel, you know the Dream 100 strategy. You probably have gone through it. Still, a lot of you will send me your stuff, and I'm kind of making this video here in part so both Dan and I can rip into you guys, because you've seen some too, where it's like, what is this thing here? Like, would you actually want this thing for free? Would you actually answer your DM or email? So anyways, give as much info as you want on the new offer and everything and what it is. So yeah.
Yeah, I can talk about it in full. So the offer is we'll guarantee a meeting with a dream well client of your choice by sending the most absolutely incredible outreach on earth, done for you, refund if we miss, guaranteed. So that's the offer. And essentially what we do is we do extremely hyper-targeted guerrilla outreach for specific whales. So we do it in sprints, and we can't do more than 10 people, and that package is like $200,000. It's massive. But we have 4 different mechanisms that we use in order to guarantee the meeting. I've used 3 of the 4 that we're going to use. So the number one, which has kind of built my entire brand, is this thing called Super Loons, which we're actually going to rebrand because we don't want to get sued by Loon.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
we don't want to get sued. So
They're
we're gonna
struggling
change it.
too, so they will try to scrape any bit of cash that they possibly can from you.
They'll kill me. They'll be successful. But essentially, a Super Loom is we make essentially a Netflix skit style video where we put tons of effort into the hook. We make it beautiful, and it's a business proposal, but we make it so fun and interactive that the person's like, "You're clearly a psycho. I have to speak to you." So we did one for Evan. The first one that we ever did was for Evan.
There you go. It worked, so.
It did work. And now I look back on that, and that was absolutely shocking compared to what we can produce now. So the 2 ones that are nearest and dearest to my heart is, one of them is I flew all the way to Lebanon to sign an 8-figure SaaS founder. And I think some people don't quite understand. He doesn't live in Lebanon. He's just Lebanese. And I just knew that he would love it. So I went onto Google, found a flight to Lebanon. I was like, it's about $800. I was like, I reckon this will work. So I just flew there and I just shot it throughout Lebanon. And obviously he signed immediately, and I got tons of inbound leads from it. Another one that we just did is there's this guy called Michelle Lieben. He runs a company called Cold IQ. And I was going skiing with my family, and I was like, no one's ever done outreach skiing. So I just shot it while skiing. So the hook is me on a ski slope going like 110 kilometers an hour, being like, we made the best outreach ever. And I'm just going down the slope. And yeah, it went like nuclear on LinkedIn. I got like 15 inbound leads from it. So that's the first strategy we use. The next one is sending physical goods. So let's say, for example, someone loves F1. We could source a bespoke F1 model outside of their HQ, and then inside the like car, we could have like, we hope you like this as much. We'd like to work with you. Email us at this. Like, they're gonna respond. They have to. Yeah. And then another one, which is what everyone is doing, which is like strategy docs, which we can get into. That's very, not to be like an asshole, but that's very basic. That's just like the classic Dream 100. And then the last one, which I haven't done, is in-person stunts. Quite a lot of like VC, not quite a lot, but a couple of VC companies have done stunts where like there was a convention and they didn't want to pay for a booth. So they just flew a plane over the convention, and they got way more leads than everyone. So if the budget's correct, that's the last thing we'll do. So that's essentially what we're doing. The company's called Linko, and we're just figuring out day by day, but hopefully it will all go well. We're going to make it go well. I'm going to just be psycho on it.
Yeah, I mean, you could just, yeah, so like, you can sign anybody pretty much with it when you really break it down. So who is like I mean, shoot, is there any cap that you guys see on who you can get a meeting with, or is it like anybody you're like, all right, we can make it happen if the budget's right?
Yeah, so I think it's a combination of both. So I do think if the budget is right, I do think technically we should be able to get a meeting with anyone, because it's just about how aggressive you can make the creative outbound. So like, let's say for example, someone said, I want a meeting with Elon Musk. Okay, very difficult. Firstly, I need endless budget. Secondly, it would just be a case of me figuring out what his patterns are like, because he's going to be jetting there. But eventually, he is going to go to the same place over and over. If I can put a parade on for Elon Musk and get the Jabberwockies, he's good. He's going to speak to. You know what I mean? He's going to speak to me. Like, if I put billboards of like Elon,
the whole city,
Elon. Exactly.
It's all the city.
He's going to. So we do think that we can book a meeting with anyone, but we are, especially because we're just starting, we're trying to figure out exactly, all right, cool, this is the person we're trying to book meetings with. This is who we think maybe doesn't work. So we are still figuring it out, but if you give me the budget, I probably could book a meeting with anyone not called Trump. I do feel like that, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be one.
Give me the budget, 20 million. Like, if I just have the whole of like, not Texas, but like all of Houston, and I just get tons of like news reporters. Trump, like, in fact, Trump will be like tweeting like, who you trying to get?
Oh, for sure, and half caps and half lowercase, and tweaking out on it. Yeah, yeah. My channel just got monetized. Now that this will go up, it'll be like, nope, no more. But. So who's the target market now? Is it still kind of sticking B2B, or are you going elsewhere?
So I think we're going to stick with B2B because it's the land that we know. And you gave some really good advice about this, because we were still figuring out ICP, and you were like, American accent, you're like, Dan, just target B2B companies that want a meeting. And I was like, okay. And you literally said to me, like, as long as the LTV to CAC is there, like that's what we really care about. I think we will niche down as time goes on, but we're just looking for companies that have wicked LTV, because we want you to be able to close that whale. Like, meetings are great, relationships, long-term relationships are better. So we're looking for B2B companies with excellent CAC, excellent LTV, tons of case studies, etc. So it is still quite broad right now, and it will niche down as time goes on. I think we'll also like learn things about the market. Okay, we're really good at booking these types of companies, whale meetings, but I think right now broad, but as time goes, we'll be like, all right, cool, syndications just love us, and then we might work with them, for example.
Yeah, you guys are effectively, I mean, creating the market, right? So I've had a couple of people ask me like, oh, would you start a Dream 100 like agency? And I'm like, I mean, probably not, but the way you guys are doing it, it's like you're going high ticket, and it's like we will literally get you a meeting with anybody of your choice, which I like that positioning, by the way. That's sick. That like piqued my interest there, so that was interesting. But yeah, besides that, we can kind of dive into the fun stuff here, which is what is, as you know, you've seen a lot of outreach documents in your day. You've seen a lot of outreaches. What is just the stuff that people absolutely completely F up continuously? Because I see it all the time, the same stuff. It all looks the same. It's all AI slop. Nothing's
Yeah.
like actually valuable and good. But you could use AI, sure, with stuff, but things actually got to still be good at the end of the day. So from your POV, what's been the stuff
Yeah.
that makes your blood curdle every time you're on a call?
Honestly. Okay, this is what I actually say to people. Fine enough, on calls. So this is relevant. So some of you guys may or may not know, Evan signed Gym Launch, which is disgusting. Now, the document that he used to sign Gym Launch is a 109-page document. And this is pre-AI. So I think, exactly. So this man sat down for God knows how long, probably didn't speak to another human for like 72 hours, and just created a crazy document. In that document, there's SMS, email, ad creatives. It's an entire marketing department could probably run that for like a month, probably maybe more.
The long one.
Like, slow.
Yeah.
So I think before I even like go into like, you're doing this wrong, you have to start from the position of like, what's actually valuable to the business owner? Because you've got to understand, your Dream 100 isn't Dream 1000. It's 100. It's people that you should want to work with. So that means this whale has payroll, they have staff, they're stressed, they've got targets, they've got 1,000 things going on. So your document needs to stop them in their tracks. A 109-page document is the standard. So you putting something into Manus and saying, go on Manus, sign me Jeremy Haynes. No! No!
You think Jeremy Haynes is opening? That's a good frame. Do you think Jeremy Haynes is going to open up a AI slop? Hey, saw this, made this for you. It can help you sign an extra 5 to 15 clients next month with YouTube content. Like, not a single shot.
No. He's almost gonna be annoyed. He's gonna be like, "How dare you?" He's gonna be like, "How dare you?"
He'll probably make a tweet about you. He'll probably make a YouTube video about you and just rip into you
and roast you. So I think the first thing people need to think about is like empathize with the business owner. Think to them what's actually going to be valuable, okay? And that's how I end up coming up with my crazy strategies. So if I were to send a Dream 100 to Evan or Jeremy Haynes, I would sit down and think, all right, what are the actual problems that I can see in their business? Not some fake problems, what are the actual problems? And on top of that, good litmus test. If there aren't real problems that you notice that you don't think you can solve, don't reach out to them. Don't. Because on the call, they're going to, these are whale clients. Evan is a serious business owner. Jeremy Haynes is a serious business owner. So if you come onto the call and you can't explain in granular detail the problems you see and explain it better than them, they're going to call rank on you. And rightly so. You're asking them to give their hard-earned money to you, and you're like, "Oh, I made this ad script." Bro, come on now. So firstly, you got to think from that position. Then, lead with your deliverables. Lead with the deliverables, and say, "All right, cool. This is exactly what I think I can do," and then explain what problem it solves. Okay? Nobody cares about deliverables. Nobody cares about who you are. They care about the problems you can solve for them. And I think if you just think, what problems can I solve? Will they respond to this? Am I taking the mick out of their time because their time is valuable? And am I leading with deliverables? If you just do those 3 things and you just schizo over those things and you go psycho over those things, you'll be able to produce far better outreach than everybody else, because everyone else is thinking that. And I think this is the very last thing I'll say. Ultimately, your prospect is opening your outreach on the toilet. They're on the toilet, on the phone, scanning it. They're a human. They're eating their food, they're on the toilet, they're living their life. And you've got to think, is this person actually going to stop in their tracks and want to respond? Or they're just going to go, whatever, and then throw their phone on the couch and then go back to work. Like, really think from that perspective. It's not a robot. It's someone that's spending real life points, finite life points, and going, is this worth my time? If the answer is no, they're just going to throw it in the bin and go about your life. So, like, please empathize with these people, okay? Please, that's my one ask.
Yeah, make something freaking good at the end of the day. I get stuff all the time like you do. It's the same template. Or it's the, I made this thing for you. Huh? Do you want it? Do you want it? You got to reply. It's the same thing over and over again. Yeah. That one, like, the only way you can make it work is you have to ram volume. Like, you gotta push volume to the outreach. Yeah, exactly. It's like you just have a higher hit rate if you make something actually valuable to the business owner that stands out. right? It's the same like time, energy, money, and effort at the end of the day. So what do you think about cold DMs in general? Because you've probably seen some of the ones out there that people are putting out there. I mean,
the ones you get are horrific.
I've had some wild ones. I love my favorite one too are the ones that comment under like a YouTube video or something, like, "Hey, I'm an editor. I'll DM or message me on Twitter if you want a free." Like, come on, man, what are you doing here?
Oh, how much money I'm making? How much stuff I need to do? Okay, so DMs. So go on.
No, yeah, exactly. What do you think about the cold DM space?
So cold DMs, you almost need to be cold DMs. You need to be even more accurate and on top, because there are a couple of things at play. Number one, your reputation. Okay, that person can see your with cold email. Like, I can send somebody a lot of cold emails and my reputation is not at stake. No one cares. Cold DMs, they can see your profile and they also can put you on blast. So you need to understand that with cold DMs, like you're putting your reputation at stake. That's the first one, okay? The second thing with cold DMs is that you can't follow up. Not really. You've got like 2 shots at the kill, 3 shots maximum before it looks very weird, okay? So with cold DMs, it's everything that I just said on steroids. So like you need to come so correct. So number one is don't dangle the carrot. If you go to Jeremy Haynes or Evan and dangle the carrot, like,
yeah, I have this thing for you. Hey, I saw you're making these 3 mistakes. Please stop with that.
Please don't do that. Like, you need to. If I were to send a DM, it would be. I would lead with how much effort I put in and say, I saw you're having this issue. So I put in a copious amount of effort in it. This took me 400 trillion hours. This document is 106 pages long. I know your time's very valuable, so I made sure it's crazy. Just have a peek of it. And you just put the document. And then, because people DMs are busy, you follow up saying, again, what I made for you is incredible. And then you can even talk about the problem you saw. But like with the DMs, you have to lead with how good it is and the value you put in. And I also think that the thing about DMs is that like you just have to be so accurate, because after 3 or 4 shots, like it's looking a bit weird. So just if you're gonna do DMs, spend your time on your hook. Spend your time on making your Dream 100 incredible. Because if it isn't, you can message 20 whales, and before you know it, one of them's like, if I get one more DM like this, and it's just your dumb ass. Like, you don't want to be like
you're just getting it taken out on you. I don't really just like level into people in the DMs. I just blow them up on Twitter. I've had a couple like tweets that go viral just from like, what is this shit, honestly? Like, I'm looking at one right now. Hussein, his Instagram handle is Mala B Manu. I don't know. I could send you personalized framework that fits into your account and niche if you reply back to me. What is that?
Oh, so much. There's so much.
Amazing.
So many issues. Number one, what's the mechanism? You were saying that when I was speaking to you. How do you help someone? Why should they listen to you? Like, I can't even dissect it. I'll lose my beard here. Like, I can't even. Just restart.
Yeah, I'll give you the other one. Hold on. Where is this? I'm reaching out. Hey, Evan, with 3 spaces and then M dash for some reason. I'm reaching out from India. I can help you run ads. I see that you are not running ads. Would you like me to help you scale? Let's go. It's a good one.
That's the worst DM I think I've ever heard in my entire life.
He just threw it all on the table.
Okay.
You gotta love it.
No one cares what country you're from, especially from a country that starts with I. No offense, we're just keeping it real over here. Just keeping it real. We're just keeping it honest. Don't mean in a racist way.
Yeah, maybe don't open up with that.
Yeah, don't lead with that one. You run paid ads, like you're not running. Oh, that is like paid. You
Amazing.
Honestly, you could literally say like, I managed. I don't know how much you manage an ad spend, but you could literally put the number, and then be like, have you even managed this? This was last week. Have you managed this in your entire like? Anyways.
Yeah, the only cold DMs that I've been liking lately, just like blatant cold, is like, yo, I'm a video editor. I don't know if you're hiring right now, but here's my portfolio. If you ever need somebody, like, hit me up. Be happy to tell. Like, all right, fair. I'll keep you on the Rolodex because it was like a normal reach out. Like, I'm cool with that. There's some dude did it for like N8N stuff. He's like, I can make all this stuff here. Here's a little like video, some stuff I could do. Just hit me up if you ever need anything or want to chat. I was like, okay, fair. Like, deal. Instead of like, are you a business owner that has this specific? None of that. Yeah.
Do you know what? Do you know what I started to say to myself? I started to say to myself, would I ever talk like this in any other area of my life?
Yeah.
The answer is no. Like, if you... Okay, do you know what's so funny? Because I know a lot of our viewers are going to be men, so they're going to hopefully relate to this. Would you ever approach a woman and be like, are you a woman looking for... No! No.
Are you a woman looking for a 9-inch?
Yeah, are you looking for this? Like, are you looking for this? You are 32 years old and not pregnant yet. I know you were like, no, bro. Like, just be a normal human. Like, business owners are normal. Just be a normal human. The same way that you'd hopefully be a normal human with someone that you're attracted to, and you'll get far better results. Like, just normality first, and that will just put you ahead of someone else. Like, oh God, yeah. State of the outreach.
So Rob, so if you had no case studies now, totally new, how would you guarantee in 30 days that you're gonna get a meeting with a whale client?
Oh, I would. Okay, if it was me, I would just do 30 super looms. I know I'm closing someone easily.
Yeah,
that's what I would do.
Easy.
Should I give you something for the viewers who might not be able to do it?
Yeah, give some sauce.
Okay, cool. So for me, super loom is just the best tactic that I have. It's my nuclear weapon. If I was a viewer, I would create Evan's 109-page gym launch document. There's no way that you don't sign someone with a document that it's 109 pages, guys. If the editor can like scroll, like have the scroll, I'll bloody do it for you. Like, it's SMS.
Keep it going. No M dashes, no AI too.
No AI, like it's manual. It's psychotic manual, and the business owner's gonna look at that and be like, oh, this person's clearly weird. And like, I can even speak about this openly because like I have the screenshots, whatever. So like, Dickie Bush is a guy that I super loomed, and I went to bed and then I woke up and I got an email from him and he was like, I have to agree, this is the best outreach I've seen. And I've got the screenshot, I'm so proud of it. And then he said in the email, I want to talk to you because I can tell that you care about excellence. And that's what you want the business owner to feel. So like, create a crazy 109-page document, do it 30 times. Oh, I can't sleep. So, like, do you want to sign them or not? And then do that 30 times. I promise you're going to sign someone, you're going to book someone, and then you're going to sign someone if you do it 30, 40, 50 times. And then if you have no case studies and social proof, you can just say, if you sign Gym Launch, everyone's smaller than them. How do I know? Gym Launch is my client. In fact, hold up. Let me just get onto my Slack. Gym Launch. End of. Cool. We even do it like pay after, like pay per lead, whatever. Boom, you're gonna sign someone. End of story. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's even the excellence thing. Like, you're just making a Rolodex of people that actually look at you like you're not some spammer. Like, all right, this guy's actually intelligent and is doing something cool. Like, let me at least have a conversation with him. And if it doesn't work out now, like, something will be around in the future, some connection, something. You basically just make a friend at that point, an acquaintance. Like, just because you, again, people that are big, if you're going after whales, they have done something excellent. So if you're showcasing that ability, that skill set, that care, they're going to look at you like that.
Exactly. I think what you just said about like a friend is such an intelligent way to look at relationships. And I think business, and honestly, I didn't actually quite understand this myself. And I think to be honest, I've actually seen it with like our working relationship. It's fluid. It changes. So like you'll do some work together and then you'll part because maybe there's other focuses and you can come back. And as long as that person thinks this is an excellent person who can do excellent work, that those relationships will come and go. And this is something that I think maybe a lot of people don't understand because they haven't been in business, in that one business, not stop and start, for long enough to see that. And now I'm like seeing it. I'm like, oh, I see, like, we have a working relationship and then it changes. So yeah, I can see you're gonna say something. Go on.
Yeah, no, I was saying it's exactly that. I was literally just validating exactly that. But yeah, dude. Well, where can people follow this journey? Because I'm excited to see the content on this and the updates. Because this is a sick freaking offer. So, and where can people follow the journey and then also hit you up if they need to sign or get a meeting, right, with anyone they want, literally of their choice.
Yeah. So the site's called Linko, Linko.co, Linko.co. You can find me on YouTube under Dan Jame HX. You can't just type in Dan Jame because I share the name with a footballer who's in the Premier League, which is very annoying. And yeah, so annoying. And LinkedIn as well. I'm big on LinkedIn too. I'm thinking of maybe even like vlogging this because it's so like novel and new. Yeah, I probably should. But that's essentially where you can find me, and we guarantee the meeting, and then we give a refund like if you don't book the meeting, but like you're gonna book the meeting. And yeah, it's gonna be a crazy journey. I have no competitors, so life's good.
Exactly. It's a friggin' blue ocean. So there you go. I appreciate it, sir. Good stuff.
Awesome, appreciate you, big dog.